Alright guys, so this is going to be a short video, and basically we're just going to be responding to what Ben said in his...
Don't say his YouTube channel or anything, because I already copyrighted him for mentioning us.
Okay. And obviously I'm joined by Steven today, and we're going to be talking about our side of the story and how Ben is basically full of shit in that video. So let's start with the Order in Chaos book. Basically, like, we agreed to make it because he asked us a few months ago, and I was actually pretty interested in it because it seemed like it would help out the community. And then I said that I didn't really care about making money off of it because I just wanted the community to, like, have a guide. And just a few days ago, Steven told me that Ben was gonna use all the money that he made and get an iPad, and then whatever money he made left over he was gonna give to us. So then we talked to Ben and we asked him why he wasn't gonna give any money to us, and basically he said, you guys didn't ask for it and you said you didn't want it, and you can see how much of a greedy asshole he was being.
And the way he said it too, he's like, you guys aren't getting shit. Like, I didn't even want any money. I still didn't want money. Like, I didn't even give a shit. And then it was the fact that he, like, said it like that. He could have just been like, guys, listen, you agreed to it, blah, blah, blah. Instead, he's like, you guys are getting nothing. You guys are getting shit and stuff like that. Pissed off.
Like, at first, I was just asking because I thought that I might be able to get some money. And then when he started overreacting, I decided to just stick with that and just keep asking and see how far he would go. And he got so pissed off.
And out on me for no reason when I was putting I like dogs.
Yeah, like, Steven wasn't saying anything on the Facebook chat. It was basically just me, and he always takes out on Steven for no reason.
It was funny because I put I like dogs. He's like, fuck you, Steven.
Yeah, and like, the jokes that Steven makes about Jews aren't even hurtful. Like, I'm Jewish and I don't take any offense to them because I know that he's probably not serious, and they're not even offensive in any way. And Ben makes up a bullshit story in his video that his grandpa died in the Holocaust, and I don't know if that's true, but that just seems like a piss poor excuse to me.
Nah, and then he tried to say I made fun of him. That's such bullshit. David was in the chat the whole time. I didn't say one thing about it. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
and
seriously.
Then right after all that, when he said all that shit about my dad, and then all of a sudden he's like, well, you said this about them. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Do you want me to read the quote that he said about your dad?
Yeah.
He said, "Does that make you happy? Does it? Have fun with your RuneScape. Oh yeah, and have a nice talk with your dad about life. Why don't you? You never talk to your dad, so must be that he isn't around. Well, no wonder you're fucked up." And then,
if you guys don't want to believe us on this shit, feel free to add us on Facebook. We'll gladly forward you the messages.
Yeah. And then Ben said, "Oh, he is dead? Man, that must be heartbreaking. I'm allowed to say shit about your dad if you're gonna be a crybaby and make fun of my religion." Which we weren't, because I'm half Jewish, and we were barely talking about his religion.
Apparently Ben's religion is about dogs, peanuts, and cats, because that's everything I wrote.
And Steven, didn't you tell me that he's barely, like, religious?
Yeah, he was saying, like, before when I was talking to him, because I was saying, like, I could some stuff of the Bible and stuff like that, and he was like, oh yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like, I was just born into it. Like, I believe some stuff, like, I wonder where I came from, but I don't really believe in all the stories and stuff.
Yeah, so basically we were gonna write the book for him, and then he just got so pissed when he asked for a little bit of money because he wanted an iPad, and he's had his mind set on an iPad ever since Luke tricked us and said that Ben would get an iPad and he didn't, and I guess that's why Ben wanted the iPad. So he thinks about himself before the two people that are actually gonna put work into this thing.
And it's not like David just all of a sudden wanted money. We were okay with it because we thought it was maybe like one or two things. But then he gave us 17 subjects each. Bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he wants us to hurry up. Why should we hurry up? We're not benefiting off of it.
And then he called us lazy assholes when we weren't doing anything. And then 5 minutes later, he's like, "Oh, to be honest, I haven't done anything yet either." So he was being a fucking hypocrite, and he expects to get what $600 for an iPad by not even starting when he says the due date is. And Steven told me that he had already done 4 topics, so Steven was in front of all of us, and then Ben just takes down on him and blocks him from Facebook first and only talks to me, even though I was the one who's causing the problems, you could say.
Yeah, he said David's penis, like, shrunk to a peanut or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I said, I like peanuts, and then he was like, and then he blocked me.
Alright, and let's just talk about a few things he said in the video.
How I'm a scammer, supposedly.
Yeah. I don't know what that means exactly. I think he's just trying to get sympathy. And yeah. I really think that all he cares about is what people think about him on YouTube, because in the video he's like, let me look at David's subscribers. Oh, 125. Not much I can say there. Yeah, there's nothing you can say there because that doesn't even make fucking sense. It's no point.
And if he's so self-conscious that you guys aren't going to believe him, because every 5 minutes he's like, you guys don't have to believe me, but...
Yes. And then he says, yeah, you don't have to unsubscribe from David, you don't have to dislike his videos, but that's exactly what he wants you to do. He's like, I don't care if you unsubscribe to me, and obviously when he says that, he's going to get sympathy. So basically, like, all he cares about is his 700 subscribers and likes, and that was proven when we disliked his video a few times, and he got so pissed off, and he just disabled the ratings, because that's all he really cares about, it seems.
It's funny. It's like, I forgot to dislike his video, and then he's like, fuck you and David. I'm like, I didn't even dislike your video. He's like, oh, well, sorry.
He just takes it out on you for no reason, and you help him the most. Like, you make his videos awesome.
Every time he wants a video, I cancel my fucking plans just to help his ass.
Yeah. Like, I'm grateful when you make videos with me, but it seems like he doesn't give a shit. Like, he uses you as an asset just because you're funny. And, like, you told me that people in Order and Chaos always tell you that you're the reason that they watch his PvP news.
Yeah, you've seen the screenshots. I showed you them.
Yeah. So I told him that, Steven made the idea for PvP noobs, and then he got all pissed off about that because he wants to claim that idea, even though... Steven, you came up with the idea for that, right?
Yeah, I told him that because he was like, we gotta sit down, we gotta come up with ideas for my channel. Then in one of his videos, he says me and 2By4Hardcore are doing a dance montage. It doesn't say me, it says both of you. And then he was too much of a shitty leader, as you could tell, because his guilds all have had like 20 members, when yours is 174.
And my most,
that shows something.
Yeah, my most was 240.
Montage because he couldn't plan it because it was too hard for him. And supposedly, I think everything comes easy in life, but he couldn't set up to like freaking 20 people to do a dance at the same time. But as soon as he left, within like 2 minutes, David got the whole video starting.
Yeah, he got so pissed off because we weren't in order and we weren't in a line, and then he rage quit, and then people said, wait, what are we doing? I said, you know what, fuck this, I'll just record. And I asked Ben if he wanted the video on his channel, and he said no because I recorded it and he just wanted to be pissed off for no reason. So Ben calls us babies and immature, but he is really actually a 10-year-old. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I think it's funny how he says I abused some girl in Tier Coast.
What?
He's like, he's abusing some girl in Tier Coast. I don't know how I could abuse a girl in a fucking online iOS game. Yeah. It's not like I'm threatening her. She can't do shit. Like, I can't do shit. Obviously, she's giving me stuff, like, willingly. I'm not abusing her. I'm not like, bitch, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna slap the shit out of you if you don't give me your Red Lotus.
Yeah. And I was done talking to Ben. I was so done with him, and I just went to Greenmont and just tried to piss him off because I knew that he probably ignored me. And then he said, oh, I'm taking screenshots of all this. I'm like, congratulations.
Yeah, he thinks trolling is when you take screenshots and put your mad under it.
I think it goes without saying that actually we're done making videos with Ben, and he only did that because, like he said, yeah, I'm done making videos with you guys, but in his video, but actually, like we said, we're done talking to you, and he
left him before he could. He's just
trying to make sympathy, and then he made this video so that he could get support because he knew that we'd make videos about him, which actually we weren't gonna do, and we're only making this video because he had to make a shitty video that tried to explain things and to try to get sympathy for himself.
Like I said, you could tell when he's lying because he stutters. First of all, he'll be like, and then, And like he's obviously making shit up when he goes along with it.
Yeah.
And second, the fact that he always like he was writing it down. That's pretty sad if you're trying to sit there writing stuff down when you don't know by heart. Obviously you're writing extra stuff down.
I woke up 20 minutes ago and watched his video, and then I called Steven, and I didn't have to write anything down because I knew how much he's lying about all this and trying to get sympathy. So,
yeah, by the way, just to embarrass Ben, if he's going to be such an asshole and make a video, he has anger management, like real life anger management.
Yeah.
He told us.
But I think that's pretty much it, guys. We're not going to be making any roasts about Ben because I could give a shit about him. This is the only video we're making. Unless he makes another video about us, like, just to get mad and try to get sympathy. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and you can believe what you want, but we're just filling in the holes in his story. So thanks, Steven, for coming on.
No problem.